reels.
It seems bizarre that you'd have an ad targeting an electronic engineer in Burke Street.
It's a really surreal experience. Basically, you step out of the hotel and you are in an electronics market that just goes as far as the eye can see.
You walk through these markets and they are wall-to-wall-to-wall electronics. And the SEG main building would have been 50 or 60 stories tall. I got up to about level 10, just walking around, looking at everything, going up to the next level. Just endless. The markets went on forever.
In some stalls, people are actually manufacturing. There are a lot of cable loom making. I found a stall that made test jigs where you give them a circuit board, circle the test points that you're interested in. Within a day, they'll bring you back a test jig that allows you to put a completed circuit board in and pull down a handle and put it through its paces.
I went to pick up my USB keys, which were ready.
It's like being literally in a ball pen. It's just so much fun walking around, figuring out what's there and how it all works.
To check out some new thing that I'd seen or heard about from somebody else.
If you want LEDs, there are entire buildings just dedicated to LEDs.
We went through the stalls. Components on the ground floor, floor 5 and 6, were all manner of LEDs. It was like a LED city. We were all very excited to see so much choice at those markets next to the hotel in Shenzhen.
But in saying that, just because there's a huge electronics market doesn't necessarily mean finding anything's easy. Needle in a haystack comes to mind.
I think initially people were just a bit too surprised to buy anything. They were just looking around and trying to get their heads around what they were seeing.
Each person, their needs varied a bit, and so some people had a bit of a shopping list. They had projects that they had underway and wanted to get specific parts, and so the challenge then was, right, I need a solenoid or electromagnet, or I need an ESP32. Where do I go? Because these markets are maybe 6 or 10 floor buildings and not much in the way of maps. You have to try and figure it all out.
In our case, walk out of the hotel, walk into a market, and walk out 2 minutes later with 50 chips that do exactly the job you need. That's untouchable.
Amazing? Pretty amazing. Yeah. I've wanted to build a giant Tetris game for a long time, and it needs a lot of LEDs.
But then people started seeing things that were relevant to their projects.
But when I got into market, I found out that I could do it for about a tenth the price that I had calculated. So through the week, in snatches of time I had to get to the market, I bought all the components I'm going to need to get my massive game of Tetris together.
I got myself an MP3 player.
Because there was 11 of us and we were using WeChat, we basically just crowdsourced the problem. Everyone would just chat a little bit about what they needed, and other people would scurry through the pudding like ants, and we had this constant WeChat conversation and photographs saying, I found this, and they're going to be like, where is that? And it'd be stall 5H, BQ3 or something like that, and it'd be like, where's that? It was really quite an